Welcome back, audience, to our show Beyond the Frame with our legendary actor, Mr. Seva. And hope you love this conversation ahead. And we have some more interesting fact in this conversation. Let's move to the next question. How important is it for an artist to understand the historical and cultural context behind a story before attempting to portray it?
Well, I think it is very important for the artist to understand the historical and cultural context. It's very important. If they don't understand that, then you can't move forward. Well, it gives the artist a strong foundation to work from. He may end up using only small percentage of that context, or he may use all of it. But even if it's a small amount, at least the artist can portray it with more belief and more conviction. That's why the performance can be a lot better and believable, which the audience can relate to.
Yeah.
That would be.
In your opinion, should heritage be preserved exactly as it is, or should be evolved through artistic interpretation?
Okay, in my opinion, I think you should preserve heritage, but it is not possible to preserve it exactly as it is. It would be too boring for a start. Yeah, the same old stuff.
Yeah.
We've all heard it before. Oh yes, he Ranja, she used to go and see him. 14 years he looked after their herd. You know, same thing. But he said, well, it's boring. But you want to retain the heritage, Dali, but you have to make it exciting. People have heard that same thing over and over again. How do you make it exciting, more modern? It has to be through artistic interpretation. And that is what an artist does, to make it exciting. Otherwise it's
boring.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Same also, everybody's heard it. They know Romeo and Juliet can't get together. Oh, well, so what?
That's a tragic one.
Tragic. Oh, well. But how do you make it for people to watch it again?
Yeah.
That's why going back to you want an audience to be moved. How can we do it something different?
Yeah.
Set it different characters, different set. To achieve that. Otherwise, it'll be boring.
Yeah. Even if they saw once, they need to come back and they need to rewatch it.
They need to watch
because it's there is a Marathi, I would say, movie which says it's on theoretical performances, where it says if you are sitting in the audience and if you're performing on the stage and if your audience has popcorns in their hand and if you're performing on the stage, the performance should be so well, so talented, and it should be the audience should be into your performance, that they shouldn't move from their seats, and they shouldn't put their hands in the popcorn to eat because it. They should be holding this.
They should freeze, and that's where you have to retain their attention.
Yeah.
It's going back, you got to work on your character, on your piece on the stage when you're performing, that they must not
move from the seat.
They should be, concentrating, watching what you are doing, not eating popcorns or ice cream.
That's the thing. People do get bored, and that's why they have the something to eat on or gradually do that.
Yep, that's exactly so. Yep.
What role do silence, gesture, and subtitle expressions play in conveying deeper cultural meanings that words might not capture?
Okay, yep, interesting question, very interesting question. Now, can we assume, have you seen or heard of Clint Eastwood?
No.
Clint Eastwood, you have not heard of Clint Eastwood?
No, I haven't.
How can you say that? You haven't heard of Clint Eastwood? My God, where have you been?
India.
India, okay, Clint Eastwood. Okay, now, superstar. Okay, films directed by Sergio Leone.
Yeah.
Okay. Does fistful of dollars for a few dollars more mean anything? The good, bad, and the ugly mean anything?
Yeah.
Western films. Yes, now it rings bells.
Yeah.
Done by Clint Eastwood.
Oh.
not in Hollywood. Although he later went in Hollywood, he started from there, but these films were actually made in South Spain and South Italy. Okay. Now, when Clint Eastwood went to see the director Sergio Leone, he picked up the script,
Yeah.
we read it, got his pen,
Cancelled it out.
started to no the dialogue. See, all the dialogue started to, because Andy penciled out so much dialogue, so
Yeah.
much. So if you ever see the films, you will see the scenes and there is no dialogue.
Not even a
So many scenes, not a single word, and you're watching and you can't move, you can't take your eyes off.
Oh.
And you haven't see them.
Yeah, I would definitely, like, after this podcast, I'm going
There's
to.
so much silence. The silence is used to the utmost, really effect that you can't believe. You say, well, somebody daring to go and say, oh, he crosses off these lines, this dialogue. But when you see the end product, and you see those films,
Yeah.
and people who have seen them, they will understand exactly what we're talking about. How even silence can be so effective if used properly.
Right, yeah.
If used properly. So there's subtle gestures, certain expressions.
Yeah.
They mean so much. And Charlie Chaplin. Don't tell me you haven't heard of Charlie
Yeah,
Chaplin.
I have.
Oh my God, you've heard of Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah,
You
I
haven't
have.
heard of Clint Eastwood. Did he used to speak?
Yeah?
Did
No.
he? Nope.
Nope.
Not a single word.
Not a single word.
Exactly. Silence.
Yep.
Silence is golden. So much can be said without saying anything.
Yep. For us, like,
So then, same again, going back to our old
question.
proverb.
Yeah.
If a picture can paint a thousand words, so can a silence.
Yeah.
Yeah? So does that answer your question you were looking
For our generation, it's like, it's been always Mr. Bean. If you,
Yeah.
that's the
that is
only
the-
character, like,
yeah.
I would connect it very soon.
Okay.
Looking ahead, how do you see art continuing to shape the way future generations experience and understand heritage?
Looking ahead, okay.
Yeah.
As we all know, the use of artificial technology is coming in, yeah. It makes things easier, but only for special effects. Okay? Special effects.
Special effects.
Brilliant. You can't beat them. This so, and the modern kids nowadays will love them.
Yeah.
It makes your job easier to do that. But so the modern generation can connect, but real heart-touching emotions, you can't actually do with AI.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think art will always continue to thrive,
Yeah.
provided we continue to preserve it and pass it on as the heritage, the heritage values onto the future generations.
Yeah.
So it's down to us. We keep it or we lose it.
Lose it.
So down to it. Keep it or lose it.
Lose. Yeah, obviously. That was a interesting answer to my question. And on a personal note, what inspires you to keep exploring and expressing heritage through your artistic journey?
On personal note, okay. Now some people are after fame. Okay. Going back to a couple of my favorite actors, so Laurence Olivier and Richard Burton.
Yeah.
You heard of them?
Yeah. Richard Burton, I have.
You have, okay. Laurence Olivier, even bigger actor.
Yeah.
Okay, they were best buddies, best friends, and they used to work together. And Laurence Olivier said to Richard, he said, go to Hollywood if you want fame and if you want to be a household name. But if you want to be a great actor, stick to the stage.
Stick to the stage.
Richard Burton, okay, so he worked quite a lot in theatre before he was lured to Hollywood. And of course, lured by Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh.
Another love story.
Love story.
So he married her, divorced her, married her again, So it's like a soap opera. So that again itself is another subject
Subject.
You can look at. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I personally would always honor any contract or any, if I agree to do something, I'll turn down work which will pay me more, give me bigger exposure.
Yeah.
But if I said to you, no, this is what I've agreed to do, we do it, even if it means just only, it pays our bills. That's fine. Because we enjoy doing and we stick to what we've planned.
Yeah.
Don't break your word or do something different just for money or for fame. No, if then you're in the wrong business, then I don't like those type of people, personally.
Yeah.
People who are just doing it for fame and money.
Yeah.
And because there's so much rich culture and heritage in the world. And I'm learning all the time, more and more, even at this age. It's because it's in your blood, the artistic journey.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not fame. I love the theatre. No, I don't think I can do without it. I love the whiskey as well.
So you're like more of connected to theatre.
But if I get to do both,
Yeah.
that would be brilliant. Wow, that would be something if I get to do both.
Yeah.
Yep. So cheers. Okay, there's my whiskey.
Yeah.
That's my life complete. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There've been super duper questions you've asked.
Yeah.
Okay, some mind provoking questions that I didn't think that you would be asking, but
Yeah.
Cheers anyway. Thank
Cheers.
you.
I would have my last final question for
You
you.
got one more.
Yeah,
Oh yes, you got one more.
What would you like audience to feel or take away when they experience heritage through art?
Most importantly, yes, of course, love the audience to enjoy the performance. Enjoy the show, go away and be happy. And I feel that they've been entertained.
Yeah.
And you want them to come back again and again.
Yeah.
And if they manage to experience some of the heritage contents that, then it's a job well done by you.
Yeah.
So that's what you look forward. So finally, that's what you aim for. That they come back and they've enjoyed the journey that you as an artist have presented to them.
Like the emotions you want to convey to them were conveyed properly and then they come back.
They come back.
That is the beautiful thing, I would say, an artist would love it.
That is always what you aim for. It's not for the money, it's not for the fame, but to see and experience a look on their faces. And if some of them stay afterwards and chat with you, then that is fantastic.
Yeah, I would say that is a true artist would aim that for, particularly, not the ones who would be more of connected to money and fame. A true artist, a genuine artist who loves theatre, who loves art, who loves emotions, who loves to connect with people would go for it and do it.
Exactly, because that is the
ultimate
goal. You reach there and you go home, you're so happy. So, yes. And it gives you so much pleasure.
Yeah.
Immense pleasure. And there's nothing like it. There's nothing like that, buzz. No drink, no whiskey, brandy, nothing can give you anything like that feeling that you get to see what you've done has been appreciated.
Yeah, very much. It was very wonderful that we had to have so many questions, and those beautiful answers literally were the best, I would say, and it was fantastic to have you on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. I've been honored, and hopefully, your questions were so many different layers, and I've done my best to see that you can take away something from me.
And I would like to see the Iran story.
Oh, yes.
I genuinely want to.
I would love to do that, and give me the budget. I will do that, and I will tell you, you'll have all the national newspapers.
Yeah.
Writing, coming to say, wow, this is not something a normal person would do.
Yeah.
They set it with such a different angles coming in, and you'll White House will be ringing up. Believe me, they'll be phoning up.
Yeah.
Yeah, have them phoning up.
Yeah. So it would be like a nice to end on this beautiful note, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you have anything to say about it, like the concept he has about Iran, please do comment on. And we would like to see more and more subscribers, so please do subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.